Let me ask you something. You sitting there watching all these tough guys, bootleggers, racketeers, killers, and you're drinking what? Water? What are we doing here? Introducing Bootlegger's Blend. The only drink that tastes like it was smuggled across 3 state lines, hidden in a coffin, and delivered by a guy named Frankie Two Fingers. This ain't your grandma's iced tea. This is bold, illegal feeling, and strong enough to make you question your life choices. You ever wonder what guys like Wallace, Higgins, Saltis, Durari were really drinking? It wasn't top shelf. It was Bootlegger's Blend. One sip, and suddenly, you trust nobody. You start talking in whispers, and you think every car outside is following you. Side effects may include paranoia, bad decisions, and calling people kid for no reason. And listen, if a guy hands you a glass and says, "Don't ask what's in it, just drink," Bootlegger's Blend. If it burns, it's probably working. Available nowhere legally.
Muggs, what the fuck you doing in there, you prick?
Negro. Negro.
Pizzaverse Studios presents The Forgotten Bosses, the bloody blueprint of American organized crime. A Pizzaverse Studios production. Palermo Productions. Written by Bambi Palermo. Narrated by Vincent DiPrio. Let me lay it out for you. When people talk about organized crime, they start at the top. The Commission. The 5 families. Capone, Luciano. But that's like starting a war movie at the Victory Parade. You want to understand power? You start with the chaos. And these guys, they were chaos. No rules, no sit-downs, no structure. Just men carving out empires with guns, liquor, and fear. Frank Wallace, War in the Streets of Chicago. You don't understand Wallace without understanding the North Side versus Outfit War. Chicago wasn't one mob. It was Irish gangs, Italian gangs, independent bootleggers, all fighting for control of alcohol, America's most illegal gold mine. Wallace operated under the North Side banner, connected to O'Banion's flower shop front, ran breweries that Capone wanted, refused to fall in line. Now here's the key detail most people miss. The North Side gang wasn't weak. They actually outmaneuvered Capone early, pulled off hits, controlled territory Capone couldn't easily take. That's why Capone escalated. Wallace's murder in 1926? Not random. It was strategic elimination, part of a bigger campaign to wipe out resistance. This is pre-St. Valentine's Day massacre energy. this is the build-up. Charles Vanny Higgins, The Economics of Bootlegging. People think gangsters were just shooters. Nah. The real money? Supply chains. Higgins understood. Where alcohol came from, Canada, Midwest distilleries, how it moved, trucks, warehouses, bribed routes. Who needed it? Speakeasies, clubs, politicians. This guy was basically running a black market corporation. Bridgeport, Capone's stronghold, and Higgins is still making moves? That tells you he had protection or leverage. But Prohibition had one rule. If you control distribution, you become a threat. 1929, he gets hit. Not just killed, removed from the board. Because organized crime was starting to centralize. Freelancers like Higgins, they had to go.
Let me ask you something. You run a business? Workers giving you a headache? Talking about fair wages, safe conditions, basic human dignity. What is this? A charity? Relax. We got a solution. Introducing Fiends Labor Solutions. At Fines, we don't negotiate. We resolve. Got a strike? We'll fix it. Got workers organizing? We'll reorganize them. Got a guy talking a little too loud? He'll be real quiet real soon. Here's how it works. Step 1, you call us. Step 2, we show up. Step 3, problem disappears. No paperwork. No meetings. No unions. Our services include strike breaking, employee motivation, negotiation with emphasis, discrete conflict resolution, and our most popular package, the full shutdown. With Fines Labor Solutions, your workers don't just fall in line, they run there. Side effects may include sudden respect, increased productivity, and nobody asking questions anymore. Fiends Labor Solutions. We don't break contracts, we break problems. Available everywhere. You don't want to look.
Benny Fane, the invention of the racket system. Fine's story is crucial because he answers this question. How did crime become business? Before him, gangs robbed people. After him, they owned industries. Fine controlled garment workers, union negotiations, factory access. He used violence to break strikes, intimidation to control hiring, extortion to maintain power. And here's the twist. He wasn't Italian. He was part of the Jewish underworld that helped shape early organized crime. This is pre-mafia dominance. This is multi-ethnic criminal ecosystems. Fine's downfall. Not just rivals. Evolution. The next generation, Luciano, Lansky, etc., took his ideas and made them cleaner, more scalable. Charlie Berger, when the mob left the city. Berger's story proves something important. Organized crime wasn't just urban. He ran southern Illinois like a feudal lord. Coal towns, rural routes, political offices. He controlled. Bootlegging in isolated regions. Local law enforcement through fear or payoff. Elections and officials. And then the assassination of Mayor Joe Adams. That changed everything. Because now, this wasn't crime. This was a direct challenge to the state. The government had to respond. So instead of a street hit, Berger gets trial, conviction, execution, 1928. That's rare. That's what happens when a gangster gets too bold. Spike O'Donnell, The Geography of Power. You want to understand O'Donnell? Understand this. Whoever controls movement controls money. He owned river routes, dock access, transfer points, which meant even if Capone controlled the city, O'Donnell could choke supply. That's power. He fought Capone's outfit, the Jenner brothers, independent gangs, multiple shootouts, multiple attempts on his life. Shot more than once, still lived. Why? Because he knew when to fight and when to disappear. Nathan Kaplan, the precursor to Murder Inc. Nathan Kaplan. Kaplan represents something big. Specialization. Before this, gangsters did everything. With Kaplan, you start seeing roles. Boss. Earner. Enforcé. He was the enforcer. Contract killings. Targeted violence. Precision work. This eventually evolves into Murder Inc., the organized killing arm of the mafia. Kaplan was the prototype. Cold, efficient. No legacy. Just bodies. Joseph, Polak Joe, Saltis, The Art of Survival. Saltis didn't dominate. He adapted. And in that world, adaptation and survival, he ran Polish gang operations, controlled territory in Chicago, shifted alliances constantly, worked with Capone, then turned, then survived retaliation. That's rare. Because the mob doesn't forgive. But Saltis wasn't loyal. He was strategic. And sometimes, that's the difference between a name on a headstone and a name that disappears into history. Now you see it. This wasn't organized crime. Not yet. This was trial and error. violence as negotiation, chaos forcing structure. These men, they didn't build the mafia on purpose. They built the conditions that made it necessary. Luciano didn't invent the mob. He cleaned up this mess. The men you just heard about didn't wear crowns, didn't sit at polished tables, didn't give speeches. They fought. They killed. They built something. They never lived long enough to control. If you want the real story, the raw version, subscribe to Pizzaverse Studios. We don't tell fairy tales here. We tell what really happened. From Vincent D'Iprio and Bambi Palermo, thank you for riding with us. This ain't just history. This is the blueprint. Pizzaverse Studios. Palermo Productions. Written by Bambi Palermo. Narrated by Vincent D'Iprio. See ya at the next one.
The MobTube voodoo doll. Stick it, twist it, and watch the clown cry on livestream. Yo, listen. You ever watch MobTube for more than 5 minutes and think, sweet mother of marinara, these jabronis need a reality check and a wellness check? Well, forget about it, baby. We made the solution. What is it? A hand-stitched, ethically sourced, Pizzaverse-anointed voodoo doll designed specifically for the crybaby keyboard gangsters of MobTube. Looks just like one of them. Receding hairline. Cigarette glued to the lip. Shirt from 1998. Ego bigger than their subscriber count. Built-in whining sound effect if you squeeze it too hard. Perfect likeness. I'm telling you, uncanny. Features. Erstens stress relief pins. Color-coded because we classy. Red pin for when they lie on live stream. Blue pin for when they cry about trolls. Green pin for the moment they say, yo, I know real guys in the life. Gold pin, the instant they threaten legal action, then go live 6 minutes later. Twin, MobTube meltdown mode. Stick the doll in the ribs. He goes live. Stick it in the head. He posts his screenshots. Stick it in the butt. He blames the haters. Realistic as hell. 3. Soundboard of shame. Press the belly and it yells classics like, "You're jealous of me." I know a guy who knows a guy. My ex, my ops, my trolls, everybody's obsessed with me. I'm calling the cops. High quality audio, slightly nasal. Optional upgrade. The Content Creator Hex Kit comes with a candle that smells like old motel carpets, a notebook filled with excuses, a plastic badge for pretend tough guy moments, a pair of sunglasses for crying indoors, customer reviews, stars when so big Frank from Bayonne stuck a pin in the foot and the guy went live complaining about toe pain. This thing's accurate. Stars, Angie from Staten Island. Put the doll on my dashboard and suddenly 3 MobTube clowns started fighting each other. Magic. Perfect form. Stress relief. Comedy. Ritual dejabronification. Making fun of grown men who live stream like teenagers. The MobTube voodoo doll must because some people don't need enemies. They are the enemy.
If Bambi Palermo ever rolled up on me, I'd stuff her in her own trunk.
There's smoke in the sky again, so I'm getting high again. Take another hit to the diaphragm. I never drew the diagram, how to deal with this shit, so I still and lie again. Whoa, you're my dream, you're my nightmare. Life is a bitch, she don't fight fair. Leave you right there, I was hoping that you'd notice my despair. Run away from the pain, I don't care. Cause first day in sight, the violence. Turn around and then they invite the silence. Burn it down and I think I need some guidance. The kids don't stand a chance. No, the kids don't stand a chance. Old man trouble back again, fucking up my plans like oh no, oh no. I'm back to the black again, getting fucked up again, oh no, oh no. Old man trouble back again, thought I had the upper hand, oh no, oh no. I'm back to the black again, getting fucked up again, oh no, oh no. This cycle is repetitive, sex, rock and roll sedatives. Degenerates need medicine, spend money for the hell of it. I don't give a fuck what they selling like I'm celibate, no. And I know I'm a piece of shit, should've learned by now. Peace needed quick or a piece of it. In school they ain't teaching it. Each of us trying to find release, but it seems a bit slow. First day in sight, the violence. Turn around and then they invite the silence. Burn it down and I think I need some guidance. The kids don't stand a chance. No, the kids don't stand a chance. Old man trouble back again, fucking up my plans like oh no, oh no. I'm back to the black again, getting fucked up again, oh no, oh no. Old man trouble back again, thought I had the upper hand, oh no, oh no. I'm back to the black again, getting fucked up again, oh no, oh no. I drink, smoke, whatever you selling, I'm a sick joke. My president's a felon and I can't cope. I'm in love with the pain, so I stick poke with my kin folk. Give me drink, smoke, whatever you selling, I'm a sick